Hello and welcome to Show Up, Stand Out online visibility series for entrepreneurs. My name is Julia Stapleton. I'm an organic marketing strategist and visibility strategist. And my guest today is Marley Baird. And Marley, hi, Marley. Marley is a go-to expert in the industry of video content creation and YouTube. Oh my God, God sent. I was thinking about bringing an expert who can talk about YouTube positioning and videos for YouTube, because YouTube is such an amazing platform. It's the second biggest search engine these days as well. And having your videos up on YouTube sometimes will bring you more clients than all your social media marketing, like, whatever you do on Facebook. Say we are always on Facebook, but having it there as well is absolutely brilliant. But let me not tell you all this. Let Marley take over and talk a little bit about it. Just in short, Marley, for the audience to know who you are and what's your background, maybe take it away. Tell us all about yourself.
Sure. So I'm Marley Baird. My company is Marley Baird Media. We work with influencers and thought leaders to position their videos, to position them as the authority in their niche, to scale their audience and ROI with very powerful, impactful videos that reaches an audience and can really change their lives. Like, it's more than just creating how-to videos and putting yourself in front of an audience. We really work with our clients to create a powerful impact with their scripting and how they speak, and really pulling their messaging out through whatever the video topics are. And something that you touched on, Juliet, was that YouTube is such a powerful resource that not enough people realize how powerful it is. Because let's look at when you post on Facebook, how long does that post last until it fades away? And Instagram and Twitter, same thing. The lifespan is very short. When you post on YouTube, like you said, YouTube is a search engine. So that post actually continues. So I'll give you an example. I had a video called How to Use Canva. And even if you go to Google right now and type in how to use Canva, the graphic design software, that video is still positioned on the first page of Google, because Google owns YouTube, and same thing with it's on the first page of YouTube as well when you search for that. And because of the way it's positioned, it still gets 1,500 organic views per week. And I made that video in 2016. So I posted that video once 2 years ago, and it's still bringing me traffic all day, every day, getting people to sign up for my email list with the lead magnet that I mentioned in the video. And just, imagine posting something once and still getting returns for it years later. Why wouldn't you?
That's absolutely true. And guys, if you're not really familiar with how search engines, how SEO works, if you have a domain, if you created a website and you have a brand new domain with your name, it'll take a while for Google to actually bring you to trust your site, to bring you to page one. Well, takes much more to get to page one for whatever keyword. But the point is that it takes time with Google. It never happens. It doesn't happen in 1 month. It doesn't happen. So never believe those emails you're getting, guys, that they're going to put you on page one. And it's the same with YouTube video, because when you're creating a YouTube video and if you optimize your title and the description for those keywords, that will stay as long as it can. And then as Marley just said, if you create a video, say 2 years ago, that video has a strong positioning in Google searches because it's been there for so long time. There's a lot of traffic going through it. So more and more traffic will bring it to the top. And that's brilliant. And a great point about Facebook posts. Now, we're not saying that you should give up all your social media marketing, just think that you're going to create a video and put it on YouTube and that's it. It doesn't work like this. People need to be reminded. It's awareness exercise here. So you have to always be on top of mind. So do both, but repurpose your videos. Or we will talk about, should you repurpose maybe Facebook videos or how you do it. But before repurposing, I think the biggest obstacle is confidence.
Yes. Yeah. I get so many people say to me, "Oh, I'm scared of the camera. Who am I to go on video? I'll stumble over my words." Well, there's lots of things that we can do to get around that. And first of all, something that I learned from my mentor, Brandon Lucero, he says, first of all, I need you to understand you're not afraid of the camera. The camera is a piece of plastic and metal. You're not afraid of this inanimate object. So let's be real about that. What you're really afraid of is judgment, afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone. So once you can realize that, then let's actually be real about what these concerns are. Because of course, when we do something new, the people around us are going to respond to it. And of course, there's haters on the internet that we might have to deal with. I get them all the time. It's okay. But when you realize that you stepping into doing video and speaking your impactful message through these powerful videos, you're able to reach an audience who is looking for the message you have. And the example I use so often is, imagine if Oprah, and I just use Oprah because many people know who she is. Imagine if Oprah said that she was too afraid to get in front of the camera. Imagine how many lives wouldn't be changed. Imagine how many people wouldn't hear that message that changed their lives and even changed the entire industry. And there's a lot of people that think, well, someone else is doing a better job at it, so I'm not even going to start. But here's the thing is, some people are going to resonate with that person, but people are also going to resonate with you. I mean, there's lots of authors and speakers and influencers who I like, but you might not like. Maybe, I mean, Gary Vaynerchuk is a big figure, but some people love him, some people hate him. And maybe instead of Gary Vaynerchuk, they watch Tony Robbins. I don't know, I'm just giving examples. There are different preferences for what people like. And I never want someone to think, well, I'm not big enough or good enough to even put myself out there. And if you don't start, where will you be in several years from now wishing that you did?
That is so true. And can I just touch on what you said about haters? Because
Yes.
this is the biggest thing. I just want to say, guys, I'm building my own visibility for about 2 years now. And I had not once, I had a hater. I have a very long block list. So I block people who in any shape or form affect my energy. That goes that they don't even have to say anything hateful. In fact, a lot of them say something like, I love you and you're very pretty. I don't want to hear that. Block, because it's not why I'm here, So there's a lot of ways that you can protect your energy when you are becoming visible. But you have to remember one thing. You start being visible. Yes, of course, you're pushing the comfort zone of everybody else, especially people, your old friends or your current friends and your family. They will be the first ones to tell you maybe, that you're doing is, something wrong or anything. But these people, and the rest is as well, they don't care about your dreams as much as you do. They don't care about your goal in life as much as you do, right? Not in a bad sense, but it's not their life and it's not their goals. So you have to put yourself first. You have to empower yourself and do this. And you know what happens? If they love you, they adjust. If they don't love you, they just disappear from your life. And that's what happens. And I actually didn't have a single hater so far, ever, like not a single troll. I am so blessed. And when you're bigger, when you have your, the more you grow, of course, there will be people who might like you or hate you. And that's okay as well. It's okay to repel people that don't like your message. You don't need them. It's a waste of time. Do you agree with me in that? Yeah,
absolutely.
They're afraid of haters. They'll be like, oh, I don't want people to be negative to me on Facebook. And I just think that this is an excuse.
Yeah, and when you have a message where you're standing for something, this is another thing that I learned from my mentor. When you stand for something, there are going to be people who don't agree with you, but there's going to be a bigger group of people who really needed you to defend and advocate for them and who absolutely resonate with your message. So when you are able to step into that and really own your position on whatever it is that you speak on, then that's the most powerful thing. And you have to remember the people that you're serving and not worry about the people who don't. So like you said, just keep adding to that block list and bye, Felicia.
That's it. Oh, I love that. Yeah, because it's guys, if you don't know this by Felicia, you have to check it out. Last year, it didn't even exist, this saying. It's just, yeah, it only happened like from, I don't know. So anyway, this is the way we just say, we don't care. At the end of the day, the other thing as well, at the end of the day, what you have to say is important, because if you just gave somebody a tiny little thought that could then probably change the course of their lives, because that's how change happens, that's already mission accomplished, So everybody has the right to be visible, for their voices to be heard, because you don't know who you're affecting and how you're affecting it. And sometimes, like as I said, in my experience, I had to sit down there and think, who did I empower in my experience of being visible? And then I couldn't believe the list of people when I started thinking about it, and where I saw the change from people coming to my world and listening to me and then going off and killing it, and I'm like, wow, this is what it's all about, you know. And it's not, I didn't do the job for them, right? They went and they made changes and they started taking action. That's all their credit. But whatever I said made them think. And
yeah, maybe you just planted that seed, and that was all that they needed to grow into who they were meant to be. But would they have gotten that if you were too shy to get in front of the camera?
That's exactly my point. And that's why if you feel like you have a lot of people also say, oh, I'm not qualified to be talking, you know, about this. And you're saying you don't need qualification. You just need your life experience. If you strongly believe that you have an opinion that's based on your life experience, something you've seen, something you've lived through, absolutely you have to share it. You have to share it because there's someone else there that's stuck and they need you. They just need to hear this. Just one word. I had my life changed because somebody said something. I just posted on my wall there about me learning to swim in the last 2 months. It was, I had 38 years of fear of water because I drowned as a 4-year-old, almost drowned. And my mom saved me, but I had the fear of water, and you know, and it all took one word from my husband, who just commented on my whatever I was doing, just said something like this, and it all clicked. The fear is gone. I am swimming at least 1 kilometer every day since. I'm not joking, and I'm thinking, how did this happen? One comment in passing, that's all it was. And that's why I believe that we have to empower people, and that's why we need to go and do videos, and that's why we need to be on YouTube where the videos stay longer so more people can hear the message. So let's go back a little bit to YouTube and the videos. Now, would it be okay, say for somebody who decides, okay, I'm not afraid of the camera, it's a piece of metal, let's do it, and they do some videos on Facebook. Is it okay to use the same videos on YouTube?
You can. I would never say no, because here's the thing is, if you're going to be brave enough to do a video, I'm not going to say, no, that video is not good enough. Do what you can. Do what you feel comfortable with. There's always a message in there. It doesn't matter how professional it looks or how expensive your camera equipment was. When I first started with my videos, it was me and my husband. I filmed with the camera on my phone. I didn't even have a tripod at the time, and tripods are like $20, really not too expensive. But what I did was I stacked books on a chair, propped it up, and used a lamp with no lampshade for my equipment. So really, I bootstrapped it. You don't have to worry about being expensive. But so going back to the Facebook video, absolutely. You can repurpose that video, post it on YouTube, and then when you're doing your YouTube SEO, so here's one of the things here's a few tips for YouTube SEO is when you're writing your description, have a description that has lots of keywords in it, not unnecessarily, like don't spam the keywords, but an appropriate description that has keywords included that people might be searching for. Same with the tags in that little tags box underneath the description. Write in tags about what this video is, what it's about. And it can be multiple tags in there. So if you wanted to write things like, let's say if it was a video about how to make cookies, you could write in how to make cookies, chocolate chip cookie recipe, things that people might be searching for that would bring you to the video. And think about that. What are people searching for? Because remember, YouTube is a search engine. What are they searching for to be able to find your video? And also consider that when you're titling your video is what people might be searching for to find it. Now, there's two sides of things, and you can test what works for you, especially when you're first building your channel authority. I would start by doing some how-to kind of videos because that's what people search for more. Then I would recommend then going into a little bit of, I don't want to say clickbaity, but titles that catch your attention that might be a little bit polarizing. And you'll see on my channel, if you go through if you scroll down, you'll see how I started with a lot of how-tos. And now recently I've started to get more polarizing because I think that I built my channel enough. And now is when I really want to start to get more, like I said, putting my impactful message into those videos. So someone might come to me to learn something about social media or video, but they'll leave with a deeper message about entrepreneurship and the struggles of the hustle and some other things that I like to speak on. So, and one other thing that I wanted to mention that a lot of people don't know this is when you upload your video to YouTube, title the file of the video before you even upload it the same name as the video.
Right. Why do you have to do that?
Because YouTube, even though it's just the file name, YouTube takes any data that it can to be able to start to rank it. And what's that called? SEO, like they do, it's called like crawl, like they, I don't know.
It's absolutely right. And in fact, what you're saying is the same for anything you put on your images on your website, anything. Always don't rename it, and never use pictures from your camera, or if you were filming, let's say, and the camera gave some sort of abstract name and just
5682.
It's going to be easy for you as well if you ever need that file to find it. There's loads of things to it, but it's true because the internet is all just loads of code, right? So what we don't see with our eyes, all the technology, it actually works off the code. So you have to remember that, and that's why it's a brilliant tip about renaming the file.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant. Okay, well, look, before we go, let's talk about how, we are probably talking about how to position ourselves so we're organically found. This is about naming yourself. And, I have a great question. You probably can help me. A lot of people would say, so it's all good, they say, okay, keywords, how do I find? I don't know how to come up with the keywords. That's the what I hear sometimes. They say, okay, I understand what you're saying. I know what my video is about, but I don't understand these keywords. Like what do I have to, is there a way, do you have any tools, or do you have any ways to look for the keywords that people search? Because one thing is what you assume, and the other thing what people are actually searching for. Sometimes it's a lot of times it's a different thing.
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up. So one of the tools that we use is Google Keyword Planner, and this is a tool that's within Google AdWords. So here's the thing, it's free, but when you create your account, they want you to put in your credit card information because they think that you're going to use it to run ads. So I create a Google AdWords account. You can put in your credit card information, pretend to set up an ad, and then turn off the ad, and you'll be able to use all of the tools within Google AdWords. And Google Keyword Planner, you can actually search for keywords. So if I go in there and I type in chocolate chip cookie recipe, it'll show me how many people are actually searching for that term every single week or every single month. And it'll also show me suggestions related to it. Maybe it'll show me oatmeal cookie recipe. Maybe it'll show me Martha Stewart. I don't know. It'll show me lots of other related keywords and how many times it's being searched for. So you can use Google Keyword Planner, or one that I actually really like to use a lot is just right on YouTube. And I use a Google Chrome extension and a little app called TubeBuddy. So TUBE Buddy. And when you use that, there's a free version, and then there's also a version that I think is $9 a month. So if you want to, you can use it. You don't have to. But what that does is when I search something on YouTube, it'll show me just on the right side of it how many people are searching for terms related to that or other related or suggested keywords that then you could use those keywords when you're uploading your video.
That's actually fantastic. So TubeBuddy, guys, it's a Chrome extension if you're using Chrome. If you're not using Chrome, you probably should if you are doing online marketing. There's a lot of things like that. I know some people have reservation about using Chrome or other Google products because it collects information. Everything collects information. So don't just get over it and do your thing. You need clients. You need, you want to have a lifestyle of your dreams. Don't bother about, what everything collects. It's the wrong subject to focus on. So that's fantastic. And one more thing as well, a question about the keywords, right? So say I went into a Google Keyword Planner and I put in chocolate chip cookies, and it says to me, well, oatmeal cookies is actually a very, very well searched term. Should I use a related one, although I'm not talking about the oatmeal cookies? Would you do that? Just use related keywords that are not exactly what you are talking about, but a lot of people are searching for them.
Great question. As long as it's within 6 degrees of separation, I would say yes, but not if it's completely irrelevant. So I wouldn't, because it's still a recipe and there's a very slight difference between chocolate chip and oatmeal, and maybe you put chocolate chip and oatmeal together. In that case, I would say that this is appropriate. But in the case where, let's go like pop culture, let's say you're doing a video about Oprah and you put Justin Bieber in the tags and the video has nothing to do with Justin Bieber, I wouldn't put it there. And that can also be seen as spammy because Google thinks, oh, you're just trying to get all of these hits from Justin Bieber, but your video actually has nothing to do with Justin Bieber. And they can tell because Google also auto-translates your videos or auto-transcribes your videos. So they're able to see that you didn't say anything about Justin Bieber. This isn't related at all, and you're just being spammy. So then they can actually penalize you. So in that regard, just be careful. There's nothing wrong though with using related keywords that are still within the niche. Like I might have a video that's about, let's say Instagram, but because I teach social media and video marketing, it's okay for me to still put tags like social media, email marketing, video marketing, because even though the video is about Instagram, it's still related, and that's what all of my other videos are about. So it still brings people back to my channel.
So at the end of the day, it's all about sharing value and approaching this with value. So if you think that, say, you are teaching Instagram, but you're also teaching Facebook, and you have some other videos about Facebook, and you genuinely think that anyone who is interested in this will benefit from that video, that's value. You know,
Yes.
if you're talking about Oprah and you're bringing up Justin Bieber, of course it's not value, you know, that's just spam. So it comes down to integrity, isn't it? Like what is your value if you're doing marketing online, you're an online marketer. So what's your value? Integrity is such an important thing. So just always think how you can really serve people with whatever you're doing.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, before we finish, and we're going to finish on this, you mentioned something about 60 days of content. So I'd like to know what it is. It's a little gift for our audience.
Yes, I have a masterclass. It's absolutely free. It's 45 minutes, and it teaches you how you can create 60 days of social media and video content in 8 hours. Because I used to spend an entire Sunday. My routine was that Sunday was video day. I would wake up in the morning, and then till about like midnight, I was creating, scripting, filming, editing the entire video. And it took me an entire day, over 8 hours. And over time, I refined the process. So now I know how to create 60 days of content in 8 hours. So instead of just that one video, I have multiple, and I want to show you guys how to do that too, because when you can create a powerful impact and create more, you're able to scale your audience and ROI, reach more people, change more lives, and I teach you my entire process of how to do that in this free masterclass. So the website to get there is 60daysofcontent.com. That's 60, the number, daysofcontent.com.
Brilliant. And guys, 8 hours versus every day a few hours sitting there wrecking your head. What are you going to post? What are you going to do? It's just literally, one Sunday, or if you don't work Sundays, one day just dedicated to creation. 2 months you have your master plan, and you have your book, and you have your strategy, so you're not doing things randomly. And this is brilliant. So definitely 60daysofcontent.com. The link is in the description to this video. Marley, thank you so much for being my lovely guest today. I really enjoyed it. I thought we brought so much value. And guys, if you're not on YouTube, definitely consider start with the videos you're posting on social media, on Facebook, say. Start with them. Then later on, when you get comfortable, you might start editing or creating more fancy ones, you know, but this will be probably a different interview. I might bring Marley back to tell you more about it. So that's what we'll do. Thank you so much again. Thank you, Marley, and thank you, everybody. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you with another episode of Show Up, Stand Out. Bye.